So in this video, we will learn how to add teleform responses to Salesforce as contact. Now suppose guys you have created some contact form using teleform and you want that whenever a user fills a form, you want to add that person as a contact in Salesforce. Now let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So the trigger of this automation will be receiving a form submission in teleform. And the action will be creation of contact using those form details from teleform in Salesforce. How you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So first of all, we will go to our browser and search for pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So I will sign into my own Pabbly Connect account. And after signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. Here you just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And after that, we will see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. In this dashboard, just click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name my workflow as Tally to Salesforce. And then just click on create. Now we can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is first we have to get the details or the data of our teleform submission in Pabbly Connect. Then after that, we will send that form submission data to Salesforce so that the response which we have received from form submission, using that response, we can create a new contact in Salesforce. So let's begin. So here in trigger window, in choose app, first search for Tally. Just select Tally over here. And after that, in trigger event from the drop down, select new response. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we will use this webhook URL to make the connection between Tally and Pabbly Connect. And then how you are going to use this webhook URL, you can refer to the help text given below over here. So just copy this webhook URL from here. And after that, we will go to the dashboard of our Tally account. So here I have created a form named as contact form. And I want that whenever a user fills this form, that user should be added as a new contact in my Salesforce account. So I want to get the response of this form submission in Pabbly Connect. So just click on three dots in front of it and click on edit. After that, on the top side, you can see several options, out of which there is an option named as integrations. Click on integrations. Now after reaching to this integration page, you will see webhooks over here. Just click on connect in front of it, and then it is asking us for the endpoint URL. Now here in place of endpoint URL, we have to basically paste the webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. So we have copied this webhook URL from here and paste it over here. And just click on connect. That is it. We have successfully connected our teleform with Pabbly Connect. Now every time we will receive a form submission, a response in this form, this contact form, the response or the data of that form submission will also be captured in Pabbly Connect workflow. And we are going to do the same. What we are going to do, we are going to make a test form submission, a dummy form submission. So just copy the share link of this form, go to a new tab and paste it. And here we are going to enter the details of a dummy user. For example, the name of the person is dummy name. Let's enter the email address as well. This is the email address. Okay, sorry, this is the mobile number. This is supposed to be the mobile number. So let me enter the mobile number over here and let's enter the email address. So dummy name is the name of this test person. This is the mobile number and this is the email. Now let's click on submit and the form is submitted. We have successfully received a response in our form which we have created using Tally forms. And because we have connected this form with Pabbly Connect, we will see this same form submission response, the same form submission data will also be captured in Pabbly Connect workflow. So here in our trigger window, we can see we have received some response. And when we will scroll down to this response, we will see the same response of form submission which we have just now entered. The same name, the same mobile number and same email address. This means guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. we have successfully connected our teleform with Pabbly Connect and received the form submission data in Pabbly Connect workflow as well. Now let's move to step 2, and in step 2 we will send this same form response data to Salesforce so that we can create a contact over there. Now to do so, we will just scroll down and come to our action window. And here in choose app, we will search for Salesforce. Just select Salesforce over here. And after that, in action event from the drop down, we have to select create contact. So this is the action event, just select it. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Salesforce account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this connect with Salesforce button. And guys, because I have already logged into my Salesforce account in my browser, Pabbly Connect has detected the same account and it is asking us for the authentication permission. Just click on allow and then we will see our Salesforce account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, the first thing it asks us is the last name. So after this, it is asking us some details of the new person to whom we want to add as a contact in Salesforce. So the first thing it asks us is the last name. So we have received the last name of the person who has submitted the form from teleform response. So we will be mapping this same response of last name over here in this field. And the process of mapping guys is very simple. Simply click on this field and in the drop down below, we can see all the responses which we have received from teleform can be seen over here. And out of all of these responses, select the response of last name and it will be mapped. That is it. This is all we have to do to map the data. Now one by one, we will map some other details like after last name, let's map the first name. So from the drop down, select the response of first name and map it. Then it is asking us some other details like the address and country, city and country. So we haven't created this field. We haven't received this response from our teleform. And these fields are not mandatory, not required as well. So just for now in this video, we can ignore this field. Then we will scroll down and we have a field of mobile number and email as well. So in the field of mobile number, just click here and from the drop down, we have received the mobile number of the user from teleform. So just map the response of mobile number in this field and the response of email in this field or respective field of email. Then it is also asking some other details like title, department and other details. So we haven't received these details from our teleform. Basically, we have created a very simple, very basic form in this video. That is why we haven't created these fields. So you can basically create the fields of these fields in your form and get this response and map their data in the respective fields of your choice. And after mapping all of this required data, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, as we click on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a very positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the data which we have received of form submission from teleform is now added. The same person who has submitted the form is now added as a new contact in our Salesforce CRM. So let's check. We will go to our Salesforce CRM and we'll go to contact section over here. And yes guys, here we can see that we have a new contact named as dummy name. Let's open the details of this contact. So this is the name, dummy name, the same name which we have entered by submitting the form in teleform. Same name, same mobile number and same email address. This means guys, the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, every time a user will fill this form which we have created using teleform, that with the same form submission details, automatically, instantly, a new contact will be created in our Salesforce account. So after setting up this automation guys, let's test this automation once in real time. So what we are going to do, we are going to make another dummy submission and test it. This time let's enter the name of the person as test name. So this is the name, or should I say test123, some random name. Let's enter a dummy mobile number and an email address. So this is a dummy email address and let's click on submit. And the form is submitted once again by the user named as test123 name. And as we submit the form, we will see instantly, automatically, this user who has submitted the form will be added as a new contact. Let's go to contacts page of Salesforce. And yes, here you can see test123 name, same details, same mobile number, same email, same details which we have entered in our form submission. using same details, a new contact has been added in our Salesforce CRM. So we have tested this automation in real time and we saw this automation is working perfectly fine. So let's understand in brief guys that what are the steps we followed to set up this simple automation. So first we have created a workflow in Pabbly Connect, and in this workflow we have selected Tally as our trigger application and new response was our trigger event. Then after that, using a webhook URL, we have connected the Tally form which we have created with Pabbly Connect so that we can get the form submission response. And using a test submission, by making a test form submission, we have received the form submission data in Pabbly Connect. And then in this workflow, we have added the action step of Salesforce and action event of create contact and send the Tally form responses which we have received from the form to Salesforce so that we can create a contact using that response automatically instantly using this automation. So not just these applications guys, you can basically connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
If you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.